We are live. Yep. Hello, hello. Can anybody hear us? हेलो। अच्छा, अभी तक बंदे आए नहीं हैं। वैसे मैं आई एम लाइक यूट्यूब पे काफ़ी दिन बाद आया हूँ।
अच्छा।
लाइक लास्ट 1 महीने पहले शायद वीडियो था, फिर से एक अभी आया हूँ, तो आई डोंट थिंक a lot of people would be joining, but let's see. One watching. Hopefully धीरे धीरे बढ़ेगा. Let's see. Hello, hello. जो भी देख रहे हो, can you just say hi in the chat? Anybody who's watching, just say hi in the chat for watching. एक बार chat पे कुछ लिख दो so that we can see. Hi Dhruti. Hello. कैसे हो सब लोग? 5 watching. आपको दिख रहा है ना मैसेजेस या फिर जो आ रहा है? अगर एक ही आया है.
नहीं, सो मेरे को यूट्यूब पे देखना है या फिर
नहीं नहीं,
स्ट्रीमयार्ड?
स्ट्रीम यार्ड पे ही दिखेगा.
यहाँ लॉग
राइट.
इन करना पड़ेगा क्या?
अच्छा, हो सकता है. ठीक है, चलो. वैसे मैं ये कर दूंगा. आई विल शेयर द मैसेजेस जो भी आ रहे हैं. फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल तो लाइक आई सबको एक बार बता देता हूँ. सो इन दिस लाइव सेशन व्हाट आई वांटेड टू डू इज दैट अतुल इज एक्चुअली, पहले मैं अतुल को इंट्रोड्यूस करने दे देता हूँ. सो अतुल, व्हाई डोंट यू इंट्रोड्यूस योरसेल्फ? लाइक अतुल निकल गए क्या? ओह वेट. हाँ, फिर ये हो गए थे,
ठीक है।
बाहर चले गए थे. राइट. सो लेट्स जस्ट अतुल, व्हाई डोंट यू इंट्रोड्यूस योरसेल्फ?
Yeah, sure. Hi guys, myself Atul. I graduated from IIT Kharagpur last year from electrical department, and right now I'm running a company Cuvette, where we help college students to connect with startups for internships in software development major.
Right. So Atul is actually a host, like मेरा hall का senior है. He's a hostel senior of mine. Like he's almost 2 to 3 years older than me, I think. इतने साल? Like 3 years, I think. उतने ही
Yeah.
होंगे. So like Atul's story of starting up Cuvette, like when he told me first of starting up Cuvette, it was immensely बहुत inspiring था. And Atul has always been an inspiration for me, especially the startup things. Like मैं भी काफी inspired हुआ उस startups में, seeing Atul and his success story with Cuvette. So in this video, like Atul has a lot of experience with internships because his company is totally based on that, कि बच्चों को कैसे इंटर्नशिप दिलाया जा सकता है, एंड हाउ लाइक बेसिकली कनेक्टिंग पीपल, like connecting college students with startups and helping them get internships. So how this live is going to be कि I'll be asking a few questions पहले अतुल को, which questions are going to be around internships. So these can be regarding, say, how can you get your first internship, what are some of the best platforms, how you can leverage LinkedIn, uh, like where should you intern, say startups or big tech companies. So these are some of the questions that I have in mind, which Atul will be answering, and I'll be sharing my insights as well. So also, if you guys have any questions that you guys want to ask, do mention them in the chat below so that we can answer them. हम लोग शायद मिडिल में भी कर सकते हैं, we can answer them, और at the end हम लोग उसको आंसर कर सकते हैं. राइट. सो अगर सबको समझ में आ गया व्हाट इज दिस गोइंग टू बी अबाउट, सो कुछ लाइक हाँ या ना कुछ बता दो, बिकॉज आई एम सीइंग एब्सोल्युटली नो कमेंट्स. आई नो बहुत दिन बाद आए हो, बट स्टिल कुछ लिख दो. ओके. you guys can ask your questions as well, like कौन से ईयर में हो, कौन से कॉलेज में हो. You guys can ask anything. And Atul, how to get off campus internships, absolutely we'll talk about that. मेरा लैपटॉप का लोड हो रहा है. ठीक है. Right. What is the intern eligibility criteria? Okay, okay. Will be answering all of these, like intern eligibility criteria for what exactly? Benu Thangachan, like can you tell please, like what is the intern eligibility criteria you're talking about? So I'll start asking the questions जो मैंने prepare किए हैं. Then you guys can add your own questions, And if you have some separate questions, we'll obviously answer them. So Atul, like my first question to you would be like internship versus projects, which is better and why?
Mm. See, actually, it's very straightforward, right? Means on internship, you actually work with the live team and you're working on something which is going to be used by actual public.
Right,
So definitely, internship is always better than the projects. But to get some internships, you should have some prior project experience, right?
right,
So
right.
what we suggest generally to student is that spend some time on developing skills. It will take like hardly 2-3 months to go through some projects and then start applying for internships.
Okay, got it. So, like you talked about, you like 2-3 months of developing skills and then directly applying for internships. So, like one of the main problems that people face is that how to get their first internship. Because I know when I started applying for internships in my second year, like वैसे तो skills कम थे, काफी ज़्यादा skills कम थे, and we were also not confident in our skills. Like first internship के पहले we are definitely not confident in our skills. So how can people get their first internship? Like what platforms to leverage all of that, if you can answer that.
So see, what is the common problem which we have seen among the student is that they are not focusing much on skill development first on the first hand.
Right,
Um, we have seen that people are in very hurry to go for internships,
right.
and due to this hurriness, they are uh, they are ready to invest like 2 months in running behind HRs and
Hmm.
doing cold mails and all those things, but they will not spend those 2 months in developing skills and finding the right company. So
Right,
see, companies are not going anywhere. Platforms are also not going anywhere, right? They are there, and
right,
you're also so students there in second year or first year. You are also not going to graduate soon. You have like 2-3 years more in your college, so there should not be any hurry. My first point. Second thing is again, if you have the skill sets, you don't have to run behind too much lot of companies. You have to like suppose if you have a good mobile development skills, you can definitely reach out to means few of the good companies in that field, and they will be more eager to interview you and know what your skill sets are, because every company wants good talent who can actually contribute to their project.
right. So like if so पहले आप बोल रहे हो कि like skill development में focus करो, which is a problem that many people face, that they do not focus on skill development and instead run behind HRs and all of that. So
Yeah.
वो वाला बंद करके like people should actually develop the skills faster, and that is something that you have seen with Cuvette and all the students that apply to Cuvette or all the startups.
Yeah, definitely. So this sounds means it's logical as well, right? If you're not having
Right,
skills,
right,
why will the company hire you?
right, exactly. Okay, so the next question that I have is, what are some of the best platforms that you have seen? Like you have seen your students or anybody get for getting their first internships. Like it can be LinkedIn, Angel. These are some of the platforms that I have used personally. Like what are some of the platforms that you have seen people use?
So majorly, what we used to see is that people prefer LinkedIn and Angel List for tech internships. I'm specifically talking about the tech internships.
Right, right,
For marketing and all those things, people go for Internshala. What happens in LinkedIn and Angel List is again the same, means you keep on reaching out to them. There are a lot of dummy internship listings as well on the LinkedIn. So
right,
you will keep on messaging them, they will not review. That's why we founded Cuvette, because
right,
it should be there should be some trustworthy platform, and then it should be it should come first in the mind that we have Cuvette for our internship applications. So what we do in our platform is that you apply on some internship, and if you are not having relevant skills, so we give you feedback, and that
right.
feedback is very important, right? So we
Exactly, exactly.
actually help students to grow on the platform. So when you apply, you get feedback that you're not having good project skills, or your work experience is not good, or you're applying on the wrong internship, right? So what I've seen is that sometimes if you're looking for first internship, you should not go for higher stipend internships. Um,
Right,
People should actually go for minimum stipend internships so that they can get it easily. So
right,
all
right.
these kinds of things are automated on our platform. So we all kind of guidance will be there.
Okay, awesome. So, like for startups, for applying to startups, like would you suggest AngelList or LinkedIn? Like which of these platforms would you suggest to people?
See, if you are actually looking for tech internships, then again Cuvette, because we are specifically targeting all the tech companies. In fact, the
Right,
bigger companies are also coming right now. Next thing is,
right.
I would say, AngelList you can try, LinkedIn you can try. So these three things are there, right? You can try all of them. We are actually specifically into the tech internship. So if you're looking for software internships or maybe product management or all anything that involves tech, right? So we have
Right.
our good reach in not only in Indian startups, we have our reach in like global companies as well.
Okay, awesome. Like, can you name some of the startups who are there in Kuwait right now? Like maybe
Many
some
bigger
well
companies have
popular ones.
also, yeah, so many bigger companies have also hired through us, like Spinny. Last day only it became Unicorn. There are Go
Right.
Mechanic, right? And then there are a lot of Sequoia backed companies, YC backed companies are there. So you can
Okay.
check our website as well. We have listed all the logos who are hiring through us. We have helped JDS Associate as well in hiring freshers, and then right now we are actually working with Tata Steel as well for their data analytics interns and all. So
Oh.
that's why I was saying that if you're looking for tech internships, we have our good reach in companies and students both the sides.
Okay, awesome. So the next question that I have in mind is startups versus big tech companies, and this is a question that I've seen, especially people in IIT. They focus a lot about कि यार हम तो IIT में है कि वो startup में काम करेंगे, बड़े company में काम करेंगे. Startup क्या होता है? But like you have seen the industry right now, so where do you think people should study? And यहाँ पे भी आ जाता है कि first year में हो या फिर second year में हो फिर third year में हो. But what do you think people should focus upon, like interning at startups or interning at say the big tech companies?
It depends on the personality of a person, I think, because what I've seen is that there are different types of student. Some of the students who are looking for stability actually, and some of
Right.
the people who want to actually hustle and adventure. So if you want stability, then go for the MNCs, of course, because everything will be you will get like set structure and all those things, and you will be working on you will have manager and all those things. If you want adventure and then startups, what startup gives you is the quick learning kind of thing. uh, you will be learning things at a very faster uh, stage as compared to any of your batchmate working in any MNCs, right? So
Right.
if you want to do quick skill building, and if you want to hustle and don't want to work on repetitive jobs. So startup always has a challenging job. Every day you get like challenging things, right? And
Right.
if you want, ownership, leadership kind of thing, then you should definitely try startups. Uh, what I suggest student is that at least try once for startup, right? Because it gives you a good skill development, and it gives you a good start in your career. Because MNC you can join anytime. The MNCs are not going to close, right? And
Right.
they
Right.
they're always looking for candidates who have good skill sets. So when you work in a startup for 1 year or 2 year, MNCs are always coming behind you.
Okay. Awesome. So we have one question in chat which says ki, which year is in BTech is the best for taking an internship? And this is a question that I think many first years have, especially कि first year में skill develop करना है या फिर intern करना है, कुछ भी intern मिल जाए चलेगा.
Mm.
So
Mm.
which is the best year for in BTech for internship? And also it's very complimentary questions भी है कि how many internships should you do कि in an
Yeah.
engineering.
See, again, it depends on a particular person. What we suggest is that as much as possible you can do internships, because it every internship gives you a different perspective, exposure to a different industry, right? And the
Right.
second thing it gives is that you get an opportunity to earn money. And if
Absolutely.
you're getting something like 10,000 on our platform, what happens is that the average stipend is like 15,000 per month. And if
Right.
you're getting like 15,000 per month, it's a very good money, right? Means in being a college
Mm-hmm.
student. and
Right.
and then what happens is that you get to get exposure to the industry, you start making networks. So which year is the best? I would say invest first year of your college in generating skills. Once you have skills developed, I think after you are completing the first year, then in the summer you should start going for the internships, and then keep on doing internships during the vacations, during the during the college time as well. In between you can take breaks as well for doing some other upskilling courses and all those things. So it should go hand in hand with the semester throughout the college.
Okay, awesome. So, guys, if you're wondering like on how to prepare for internships or कैसे apply करना है, like we have answered this question पहले. So I'll be adding timestamps to this video so you guys can watch it later as well. So the next question that I see in the comments is that this is a question I think I like very much because I am all about exploring in college. So how do we know that in which field we have to focus in sharpening our skill? Like
That's
कौन से
so
field पे
that
focus करना है?
Yeah, so that's what internship should be utilized for.
Okay,
You even if so see if you want to check your interest, you will only get to know about it when you work on it for like 3 4 months, right?
right.
Suppose you want to explore like data science, right? Uh,
Hmm.
get some theoretical learning and start working with a startup with like 5,000, 10,000 stipend kind of thing per month, right?
Right, right.
And then you get to know like what happens in that industry, right? And you will get to know like if this interests to me or not. So internships should always be utilized to explore. That's why I was saying that internship do as much as possible, right? Because you will get as much as exposure with the industry and you will get connections with the mentors.
ओके ऑसम एंड इसमें आई थिंक प्रोजेक्ट्स भी काफ़ी हेल्प करते हैं लाइक इंटर्नशिप से भी ये बिकॉज लाइक सपोज आई एम इंटरेस्टेड इन साइबर सिक्योरिटी सो साइबर सिक्योरिटी में आई थिंक गेटिंग इंटर्नशिप्स आर लिटिल मोर डिफिकल्ट दैन से इन सॉफ्टवेयर एंड ऑल ऑफ दैट सो इसमें प्रोजेक्ट्स भी काफ़ी मैटर कर जाते हैं लाइक इफ़ यू हैव रेलिवेंट प्रोजेक्ट्स उसमें कि इस फील्ड में इंटरेस्ट है कि नहीं अगर नहीं है तो हटा देते हैं लाइक इन आई रिमेंबर लाइक इन माई फर्स्ट सेकेंड ईयर आई वॉज अ लॉट इन टू मशीन लर्निंग डीप लर्निंग ऑल ऑफ दिस फिर सेकेंड ईयर में आई डिड माई इंटर्नशिप एट अ स्टार्टअप कुछ डीप लर्निंग का ही था रिसर्च बेस्ड था बहुत आई हैड टू रीड अ लॉट ऑफ रिसर्च पेपर और तब से लाइक पता चल गया कि डीप कभी नहीं करना है मेरे को मशीन लर्निंग दिस इज नॉट समथिंग आई एम इंटरेस्टेड इन सो या
Uh, so see what happens is that a project never gives you the actual industry exposure. Because let me tell you an example. What we do in engineering college with ML.
राइट
We do like pre-built libraries and all the data which we get from Kaggle and all those things, all the filtered data, right? Uh, that is not interesting, I would say, for me. But when you actually enter into the ML field, there is a lot of things to do, and there is a term called data science engineering, right? Where you actually
राइट
work
राइट
on filtering the data, the raw data which you get from live sensors and all those things. So if you do project, you will never get to know like what the industry has to offer you. So that's why you should. And then again, if you keep your stipend expectation a little bit low, then you will be getting internships very easily, I would say.
Yeah, absolutely. Like stipend expectation, like when you're in your first, second year, and especially India, maybe like I don't think like अगर big tech company में नहीं कर रहे हो, I think you should not expect more than say 20, 30. उससे ज़्यादा expect करना बहुत ये है like 5, 10 for your first or second internship is great actually. I did my first internship for I think 5 year 6,000 rupees and I was pretty happy with that. फिर second year में पैसा मिल रहा है that is a lot. कभी expect ही नहीं किया था. So हाँ.
It depends on
So,
the skill. So
hmm,
let me tell you, there is a second year who is a front end who started as a front intern with us, and we paid him 30,000 per month
hmm,
for like
nice.
uh, 5 to 6 hours per day. It was like semi full time or not full time mode as well. The guy was actually superb in his skills. So if you are
Right,
having skills, people are paying you right now in the industry.
right, absolutely. So, I have a question from a fresher from a tier two college. So, what should I be focusing on to get an internship right at the end of my first year? So, I think Atul already talked about this that you should be focusing on your skills. First of all, explore to see that कौन सा फील्ड तुम्हें पसंद है and then you should focus on developing your skills and then once you have developed your skills and it should take around 2 to 3 months to have a basic knowledge of the domain that you're working in उसके बाद से you can try applying for internships. Okay, the next question Hitesh is asking, which skill has more opportunities and which skill should I learn to get max internship opportunity and learning? ये वाला question I think you get a lot. ये वाला मेरे को लग रहा है.
So
Like, and,
see, it's very simple. The full stack development and mobile app development will always have the maximum opportunity because every company either they are having a web based product or either they are having a mobile based product, right? So
right.
if you have a understanding in full stack development, you will get like lots and lots of opportunities. And now people are shifting to machine learning and data science as well. So those are opening, but again, the core thing is always the core thing, right?
Right, right. Okay, let's take some more questions. Isaac is asking advice for budding entrepreneurs who are just getting started with their own startups. Entrepreneurship wala batein will maybe ask Atul to come again one day and we'll talk entirely about entrepreneurship, maybe his journey. आज let's just focus on internships. Entrepreneurship वाला कभी और करेंगे. Hitesh is again asking like, where should I find internship opportunity apart from campus? Which are the best platforms? Hitesh, we have talked about this. If you go previously, ki what are the best platforms? Sab kuch. I'll be putting timestamps on this video as well, so that you can find it. Acha, this is a
Yeah, I
very
think go on
हाँ,
our platform, right? Cuvette is that's why we built Cuvette. So
right.
go on our platform, I would say.
राइट और ये वाला क्वेश्चन तो आई थिंक अभी काफ़ी कंट्रोवर्सी टाइप हो रहा है इन लिंक्डइन एज वेल कि डीएसए वर्सेस डेवलपमेंट कुछ हो रहा है सीपी वर्सेस डेवलपमेंट देयर इज अ कंट्रोवर्सी काइंड ऑफ गोइंग ऑन राइट नाउ लाइक व्हिच वन शुड यू फोकस अपॉन सो ये वाला क्वेश्चन आई थिंक आप भी देखे होंगे ड्यूरिंग योर कॉलेज डेज कि बहुत लोग सीपी कर रहे हैं बहुत लोग डेवलपमेंट कर रहे हैं सो व्हाट डू यू थिंक अबाउट दिस लाइक इज डीएसए नेसेसरी या फिर डीएसए करना चाहिए कि ना करना चाहिए
So see, majorly what I've seen is that DSA has always been a filtering criteria for the companies, the first level of filtering, because they get like 500, 600 resumes, and there has to be some coding test to filter out the candidates who are the good ones. So you check like logical problem solving abilities and all those things. The next comes, means anyways when you are going to any company, you are going to work on actual development based project, right? You are never going to use those algorithms and data structure and all those things. So you should have a first thing is that you should definitely have a good understanding of data structure. Algorithms are not that much important, which people actually give the importance to it, right? Means
राइट
people actually spend their throughout college career on DSA only, right? Maintaining good
Hmm.
ranks on CPA and all those things. uh, if you're not having any, so what in fact our platform itself, we have got like we have interacted with like more than 1,000 companies who have given requirement to us, and very few of them were focused more on DSA. They were more focused on that whether the student is having the skills and they can contribute to the project or not. So what I suggest to college student is that focus more on open source development, because you actually contribute to something which is live and which is being used by people, right? You can
Right.
like spend 3 4 months on DSA in second year and first year to get an flavor of what programming is and all those things, and then start jump on building something, building products and all those things.
बट
But when
इसमें भी
the
लाइक इसमें भी आई थिंक पीपल लोग ये करते हैं कि ओपन सोर्स करके क्या मैं गूगल में घुस सकता हूँ ओपन सोर्स करके मे बी क्या माइक्रोसॉफ्ट में घुस सकता हूँ सो व्हाट अबाउट दैट लाइक उसमें तो दे हैव कोडिंग राउंड्स व्हिच आर वेरी डिफिकल्ट सो व्हाट विल यू से अबाउट दैट
it's all about the effect, right? Means if you have fixed in your mind that you just want to go into Google and Microsoft, then you have to
हम्म
go for the DSC and CP, right? Because uh, taking into example of means say JE entrance exam, right?
हम्म
uh, Entering into JE, if you have fixed your mind, you have to actually prepare for JE.
हम्म
Say the same thing is happening, for Amazon, lots and lots of candidates are applying, so there has to be some filtering criteria. So they keep
राइट
on actually making the questions tough and tough on the algorithm, because they have to do it, right? There is no other
राइट राइट
thing which we can do it.
Right. So Pranav is asking this question that I saw Apple mostly hire from tier one colleges. Is it possible to crack Apple in tier two colleges if people are more good in DSA? I think Apple do hire off campus. I'm not sure about this, but I think they do hire off campus. Like, आपको पता है क्या?
um, Companies generally hire from every college is what I have seen.
Hmm.
It's all about, means the ratio is less, means they hire more from, maybe if some particular company is hiring more from tier one, then they hire less from tier two. So it's their criteria, which we cannot do anything of.
Okay. We have got a branch question. So I'm doing BTech in data science and artificial intelligence from Triple IT Naya Raipur. So what should be my focus? Industrial internship or research internship? I think इसमें तो like what do you want to do in life? Like if you want to go for masters या फिर research करना है then research internship करो. If you want to get a job, do an industrial internship, get real life experience. like वही है.
Try it, I would say, means
हाँ,
try
try
research
करना चाहिए.
internship. If it looks good, then go ahead with it. If it doesn't look good, so college is all about exploration. People actually spend college life in competitions, which is very very
Right.
bad. College life is all about exploration. There is no there should not be any competition in the college, I would say.
Right. So Yashwant Gali is asking which type of internship is more helpful for masters abroad in the field of AI, like research or industry? ये भी similar type का question है.
Mm, go with research, I would say. So people actually, when you apply for masters, they will see whether you are published in a paper or not, right? They put more credibility to it, because when you go for industry internships, you will be actually just implementing those things which are already being researched
Hmm.
and building some
Right.
product out of it, right?
राइट राइट एब्सोल्युटली सो ये बहुत अभी जैसे वेब 3 आ रहा है ब्लॉकचेन आ रहा है सो दिस इज अ क्वेश्चन दैट मेनी पीपल हैव लाइक शुड दे फोकस ऑन कि अभी तो इतने सारे हॉट फील्ड्स हो गए लाइक एमएल डेटा एआई सॉफ्टवेयर ब्लॉकचेन इतना कुछ आ गया है सो व्हाट शुड पीपल डू लाइक वो लोग क्या ब्लॉकचेन में घुस जाए या फिर सॉफ्टवेयर में घुस जाए लाइक कैसे घुसे या फिर क्या लाइक इफ यू हैव एनी आइडिया फॉर देम या फिर कुछ
Definitely. So what is happening is that definitely there is an opportunity which is coming, and we have like companies who are looking for these skills. But what happens is that as a student, we do not develop the skills which are needed actually in blockchain. We just go for like 1 month course or 2 month course kind of thing, which
hmm.
is not enough for any company, to build something in blockchain or ML or AI or data science. So if you want to go have some in-depth understanding how this ML or AI or data science work, then only you will be getting like good opportunities to work on.
राइट सो नेक्स्ट वाला जो क्वेश्चन है दैट इज काइंड ऑफ माय क्वेश्चन सो लिंक्डइन पीपल बहुत लोग यूज करते हैं सो हाउ डू यू एक्चुअली लेवरेज लिंक्डइन टू गेट इंटर्नशिप्स व्हाट आर द फीचर्स मे बी आप बात कर सकते हो
Mhm. I think reach out. First thing is that if you're building something, post it on LinkedIn that I have did something, because that uh, helps you, get
मतलब
uh,
बिल्ड इन पब्लिक पब्लिक
yeah.
में सब
So
कुछ करना
yeah. So public actually look at your portfolio, and then some people actually, what happens is that suppose my friend is looking for a intern in mobile development, and you have posted something, so I will forward it to my friend, right? So if you're building
राइट
something, then post it on LinkedIn. Second thing is that reaching out to the right people. If you think that you can contribute something good to a company, then reach out to the company directly and message them. That will be, I think, more useful on the LinkedIn.
राइट ऑल्सो कोल्ड मेल करते हैं काफी लोग सो कोल्ड मेलिंग टू डायरेक्ट फाउंडर्स लाइक आई रिमेंबर आई थिंक आई मेल्ड द फाउंडर ऑफ एटम करके कुछ देयर इज अ प्रोडक्टिविटी ऐप आई डायरेक्टली मेल्ड देयर फाउंडर लास्ट टाइम इन दिसंबर कि आई वांट अ प्रोडक्ट मैनेजमेंट इंटर्नशिप कैन यू हेल्प मी एंड ही रिप्लाइड टू मी हाँ वी हैव ओपनिंग्स राइट नाउ बट मैंने उसमें कुछ ये करके मैंने बोल दिया कि लाइक वो मेरे से पूछा कि हाउ मच टाइम आर यू अवेलेबल फॉर सो आई टोल्ड हिम लाइक अभी तो दिसंबर का छुट्टी है आई एम अवेलेबल 1 मंथ बोले नहीं वी आर लुकिंग फॉर ओनली 3 मंथ्स तब मेरे को याद आया यार अभी तो ऑनलाइन है 1 मंथ 3 मंथ क्या फर्क पड़ता है टाइम तो मैं दे ही सकता हूँ तो उसके वजह से मेरा उसमें कट गया बट later on I saw the same company coming to IIT Kharagpur to hire students for product management जहाँ पे I directly talk to their founder और इतना इजीली अपॉर्चुनिटी मिल गया कि डायरेक्टली वो मेरे से बात कर रहा है लाइक उसमें अगर इफ आई अप्लाइड डायरेक्टली ऑन कैंपस कितने सारे लोग मेरे साथ compete कर रहे थे बट डायरेक्टली कोल्ड मेल पे लाइक देयर आर लॉट लेस पीपल एंड कोल्ड मेल पे रिप्लाई आ रहा है मतलब यू हैव एक्चुअली ये मतलब यू हैव ग्रैब्ड देयर अटेंशन सो कोल्ड मेल पे मेरा एक क्वेश्चन है नेक्स्ट कि हाउ टू राइट अ कोल्ड मेल एंड हाउ टू अप्रोच फाउंडर्स
Mhm.
like what are some of the
See,
things that people should write
if you want to approach founders, you can directly ping them on LinkedIn, I would say.
hmm.
Writing a cold mail and all those things are not needed, because if there is an opening, they will entertain, because everybody is very, very active on LinkedIn in the startup culture, right?
Hmm.
For the bigger companies, you won't get reply from the founders, right?
Right,
And regarding the cold mail, what I have seen is that uh, be very specific. People are just copy pasting the same mail content and just randomly throwing it to all the founder emails. uh,
right, right,
so be very specific. Why do you want to work with that company, and what is your skills which you can contribute to it? Don't write a generic mail that these are the skills which I know. Do you have any means openings in it, or do you have any opportunity? Because what happens is that you may get reply from it, but the chances, it's all about the chances, right?
right, right.
How much responses you're getting. So to get a good response, you should be very specific.
Like we should display our strengths and उसको उसके
Correct.
accordingly like we should see there कि कौन सा opportunity है and if our
correct,
relevant skill matches with theirs or not, and then we
correct,
should
correct,
write a mail. Like इसमें तो मैं भी काफी 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 टाइम देखा हूँ, like I'm working in a startup right now, तो उसमें मैं जब मेल्स पढ़ता हूँ, सपोर्ट मेल्स पढ़ता हूँ, तो उसमें आता है कि हेलो आई वांट इंटर्नशिप ऐसे करके। तो दोज आर ऑलवेज फनी कि यार कुछ लिखो कि क्या आता है, या फिर रेज्यूमे भेजो, या फिर कुछ करो।
correct.
पीपल जस्ट से कि आई
Yeah.
वांट इंटर्नशिप।
So they're not doing research, right? So people
हम्म।
are reaching out to us that I want to work on a mobile app, right? We do not have a mobile app. So where you will fit, I don't know. Means. So please do like research first that what company is working on, what are their products on which you can contribute.
राइट। सो इसमें और एक क्वेश्चन है कि आई एम कमिंग टू खड़गपुर एज अ फ्रेशर, आई हैव लर्न C++। देखो इन लोग का क्लासेस भी स्टार्ट नहीं हुआ है। एज अ फ्रेशर ये बोल रहा है आई हैव लर्न C++, व्हाट मोर शुड आई एक्सप्लोर इन प्रोग्रामिंग टू गेट इंटर्नशिप इन फर्स्ट ईयर। लाइक इसका मेरा आंसर तो वो होगा कि प्रोग्रामिंग ही क्यों, मतलब देयर आर सो मेनी फील्ड्स आउट देयर, द स्टार्टिंग में क्यों ये करना, लाइक एक्सप्लोर ऑल द अदर फील्ड्स एज वेल। लाइक प्रोग्रामिंग तो ठीक है, बट देयर आर सो मेनी अदर फील्ड्स एज वेल। लाइक वी हैव कम टू अ कॉलेज विद द लैंड ऑफ अपॉर्चुनिटीज है। सो पहले से ही एकदम ये मत घुस के आओ कि गूगल में जाना है, माइक्रोसॉफ्ट में जाना है, पैसा चाहिए, C++ करो, कोडिंग करो, 4 साल करेंगे, पैसा ही पैसा मिल जाएगा। ये वाला मेंटालिटी मत रख के, लाइक इफ यू कमिंग टू एन IIT, टेक यूज ऑफ ऑल द अपॉर्चुनिटीज देयर इज। लाइक आप कुछ बोलोगे तो बोलिए।
Depends, means means what I would say is that focus on generating skills, developing skills. It
Hmm.
can be programming, it can be sports, it can be music, anything.
Right.
But don't be for like what I would say that even I did that and that worked pretty well for me. I was not career focused in my first and second years. I was
Right.
more focused on skill development because if you are career focused, lot of opportunities in India are only into the programming and
Hmm.
everybody will push you to go for just programming and doing nothing in the college, uh, which actually uh, degrade your life in your college, right? So
Right.
focus more on skill development, explore as what you said, right? Means for up till second year, invest your time in exploring various things. What interests you, what doesn't interest you. Then with the third year, you start working on it, and don't go with the mentality that there is only scope in programming and all those things. Every
Right.
field has a scope.
राइट राइट लाइक आप अभी स्टार्टअप में, लाइक यू हैव सीन मेनी पीपल जो मार्केटिंग में कितना 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 पैसा कमा रहे हैं, या फिर जो स्ट्रैटेजी में कितना ये कमा रहे हैं, लाइक ऑल ऑफ दैट पीपल आर सक्सेसफुल इन एवरी फील्ड आउट देयर। बट आई डोंट नो, लाइक इंजीनियरिंग कॉलेज में जो ही आता है उनको बस प्रोग्रामिंग ही दिखता है। बट इसका एक थिंग तो है, लाइक आई हैव हर्ड, आई थिंक तन्मय भट्ट जो ही इज एन एंटरप्रेन्योर एज वेल एज अ कॉमेडियन, तो आई थिंक ही टॉक्ड अबाउट दिस। लाइक 1980s में लोग एस्ट्रोनॉट्स बनना चाहते थे, क्योंकि न्यूज़पेपर में हर जगह उन लोग को दिखता था कि लोग चांद में जा रहे हैं, एस्ट्रोनॉट बनना है। 2010 इसमें लोग को यूट्यूबर बनना है, क्योंकि लोग को दिख रहा है कि सब लोग यूट्यूब कर रहे हैं। अभी लोग को दिख रहा है कि सब लोग गूगल जा रहे हैं, सब लोग माइक्रोसॉफ्ट जा रहे हैं, तो मुझे भी जाना है उधर, मुझे भी ये करना है। सो वही हर्ड मेंटालिटी टाइप से एक बन गया है, एंड विच कैन बी पॉजिटिव, विच कैन बी नेगेटिव। मे बी 1980s में बिकमिंग एन एस्ट्रोनॉट माइट बी पॉजिटिव, माइट बी नेगेटिव। अगर तुमको इंटरेस्ट भी नहीं है बट तुम कर रहे हो, एस्ट्रोनॉट पढ़ रहे हो, दैट माइट नॉट बी नेगेटिव। बट जैसे अभी सब लोग यूट्यूब यूट्यूब में भी ये कर रहे हैं, दैट माइट बी नेगेटिव। अभी जैसे सब लोग गूगल में जाना चाहते हैं, दैट माइट बी ऑल्सो नेगेटिव। वही लाइक पीपल शुड एक्सप्लोर रादर देन सीइंग द वर्ल्ड कि सब लोग क्या कर रहे हैं, मेरे को भी यही करना है।
I mean, it depends on you. Means again, if you're carried away by
हम्म।
the heart, you will be carried away, and then
राइट।
after spending 2 years in an industry, you will regret uh, that I should have done that because the work is very boring.
हम्म।
So I have many friends who are working in corporate, and then they find their work very boring because
राइट।
that in just like 3-4 months of joining the company because that doesn't interest them. They were just carried away by the heart.
Right, right. So let's get on to the next question. So if I want to focus on masters abroad, it is still worth spending time to get good at DSA. And will I at some point have to decide between preparing for masters and job, or can I do both simultaneously?
Mm. I think
Yeah. Hmm.
at one point you should decide like what you want to do in your life because
Hmm.
this dilemma thing doesn't work well. You will not
Hmm.
be going in good job as well, or you will not be getting good master's opportunity as well. For if you are in first second year, then you can try both, like going to trying like how does the research works, does the field interest to you or not.
Right.
See, for getting a job, 3 month DSA is good enough. So even if you know this research and all those things doesn't work at the end, just prepare for DSA for 3 4 months and then sit for the placements.
Right. Okay, so this is the question about startups and big companies. So I see big companies have off-campus drive, but startups mostly hire based on the team requirement. So how to approach them if you want to work with them as an intern? I think this is a brilliant question. Like ये काफी लोग का question होता है.
One thing is, again, if you want to work in the tech field, Cuvette is there because more specifically we are focused on this tech internships and startups. So whichever startups who are having requirement, they are going to post on Cuvette. Second thing is, again, means sending your portfolio to founders or maybe the tech head there, because if they see that you are having some good experience in the field, they may, uh, at least you will be in their mind that you reached out to them,
Hmm.
and when there will be any need, they will reach out to you.
Right, exactly. Yeah, I think I've heard Harish also talk about this. Ki, like, if people should at least approach the founders, and then, like, if any opening comes, they'll be the first person that come to our mind. Because we have already talked with them. हम लोग को उतना effort नहीं डालना पड़ेगा to talk to thousands of people and then
Sure.
finding the right ये. And also startups में ये भी होता ही है, like कि टीम रिक्वायरमेंट्स के ऊपर होता है, बट इफ लाइक सर्टेन स्टार्टअप्स, लाइक आपका अगर रेज्यूमे पसंद आए उन लोग को दैट यू हैव डन सम ये वर्क, दे टेक यू, लाइक उसके पास नीचे
Mm,
लिखा ही रहता है कि इफ यू डू नॉट, इफ यू फाइंड कि कोई रिक्वायरमेंट सेटिस्फाई नहीं कर रहे हो बट यू स्टिल फील दैट यू कैन कंट्रीब्यूट टू अस, डू राइट अ
mm,
मेल. सो आई थिंक स्टार्टअप्स डू हायर लाइक दैट.
yeah.
ओके, प्रणव इज आस्किंग, ये दो बार आया है. इफ आई वांट टू अप्लाई फॉर गूगल और एनी अदर एमएनसीज अब्रॉड, then what is the chances of your resume getting shortlisted for interview? Like abroad ke companies and India ke companies mein, like have you seen any differences between resumes? कैसे resumes होने चाहिए? Like what are the things
Mhm.
that they focus upon, and what are the things that maybe Indian companies focus upon?
Somewhat, so what happens is that first thing is the visa problem.
Hmm.
They will not look at your skills itself, they will look that you are foreign national, and then you will get rejected, because there are a lot of issue with the resume, with visa when you want to go and work with USA.
Right.
So we cannot do anything for it.
Okay. और अभी तो शायद वैक्सीन का भी कुछ ये हो गया होगा, like वैक्सीन डबल डोज का.
Even in the normal days, I'm saying, in the normal days, visa is
Hmm.
the biggest problem for getting a job in USA. So what people do is that they first go for masters in USA and then apply for job, because if you have done masters, then you get uh, visa easily.
So like ये वाला आप क्या बताओगे, like how to apply for these big tech companies या फिर MNCs abroad में, like is the process same?
One thing I would say is that they have their career pages, and you can go to
Hmm.
career pages and apply there if there is an opening. Directly cold mailing will not work in these bigger companies, because if there is no opening, they will not entertain you.
Right, right. So Hitesh is again asking that, as you said that both web dev and Android dev has same opportunity, versus मतलब ये तो कुछ अजीब क्वेश्चन है. ये आपको, आप बताइए, like I think he wants to know कि इंडस्ट्री में कौन सा ज्यादा यूज होता है या फिर कौन सा ज्यादा मे बी अपॉर्चुनिटीज ज्यादा है, लाइक या फिर सेम बताए थे हम लोग इसलिए शायद.
Go with your interest, right?
हम्म.
If web development looks good to you, go with web development. If building mobile apps looks good to you, go with Android development.
हाँ, बट समथिंग दैट आई हैव सीन कि जो लोग एंड्रॉइड डेवलपमेंट करते हैं, दोज पीपल आर वेरी लेस, एंड जब हायर होते हैं तो वही एक दो बंदे काफी ज्यादा, लाइक दे गेट पेड अ लॉट मोर हायर, और काफी ज्यादा अपॉर्चुनिटीज मिलते हैं उनको, बिकॉज उनके एप्लीकेशंस इतने कम होते हैं, द चांसेस ऑफ शॉर्टलिस्टिंग आल्सो इंक्रीजेस अ लॉट इन एंड्रॉइड डेव.
Yeah,
ये
yeah,
वाला.
sure. If you want to go into that niche, then try for iOS development, because
और भी ये हो गया.
that is more needed, and we do not find candidates on it.
Okay. So Sai is again asking that Sai is an Android dev. He did his GSOC in 2021. But he says that he sees generally more openings for web than Android. And also, big companies do not ask anything related to dev.
Mhm.
तो question, मतलब क्यों नहीं पूछते शायद, that is why they're asking, what he's asking, like why do big companies not ask anything related to dev?
So what happens in the big companies is that team specific hiring is not done. Uh, it's a general hiring which is done, and then the HR means the HR team or the recruitment team does the general hiring thing, and then they distribute candidates to
Hmm.
teams, and then the team actually teaches them the skills which they want to work on, right? So
Right.
in suppose in Amazon, there are various sections where people are working on
Hmm.
Python, people are working on Java, people are working on
Right.
React.js, right? So you cannot do. So what they do is that they have a annual quota kind of thing that we need 100 200 candidates, and then they
Hmm.
actually upskill them accordingly. So that's what they do not ask dev too much, but people are actually sooner or later trying to sift to it, because they have to spend too much money on upskilling students.
Right. ये वाला चीज आई थिंक आई हैव सीन इन Amazon बिकॉज मेरे जो जितने भी टीममेट्स थे या फिर इंटर्न्स थे लाइक फ्रॉम आईटी केजीबी ऑल ऑफ अस वर्कड इन डिफरेंट प्रोजेक्ट्स लाइक समवन वर्कड ऑन
Sure.
रूबी ऑन रेल्स समवन वर्कड ऑन रिएक्ट आई वर्कड ऑन जावा कोई और एपीआई बना रहा है समवन वर्कड ऑन कंप्लीटली
Correct.
थियोरेटिकल एंड लाइक all of us had the same interview process, same
Correct.
questions and all of that, but सबके काम अलग है. So
Correct.
like we are expected to learn. I think बड़े companies में जो होता है कि we are expected to learn fast, and that is what that matters to them. कि तुम जितना जल्दी pick up कर पा रहे हो एक चीज को, that is
Hmm.
what I think
Yeah,
that
because
matters.
see, at the end, so end goal is the same, means you have to work on those
Hmm.
development projects.
Right,
And
right,
if you're
right.
not learning fast, then they have to invest a lot of money on you to
Hmm.
get to
Hmm.
the work done, because they are spending stipends, so they're spending salaries on you, right?
और
So
स्टार्टअप में भी आई थिंक टेक स्टैक बहुत लिमिटेड होता है ना लाइक एक दो तीन चार मतलब दो तीन स्टैक ही होगा जो यूज कर रहे हैं
mm,
बट इन कंपनीज में बड़े कंपनीज में देयर आर सो मेनी टीम्स देयर आर सो मेनी ऑर्गेनाइजेशंस दैट वैसे ही फिल्टरिंग
so
वैसे नहीं कर सकते.
what I know for Google is that they do team specific hiring
हाँ
actually.
हाँ वो तो होता है
They
हाँ.
have a very good culture that they will go for skill sets at the end. Uh,
हम्म.
Only
Actually,
DSA, I don't think that it will work.
राइट राइट आई थिंक आई हैड अ टॉक विद अ गर्ल टुडे. आज मेरा पॉडकास्ट था दोपहर को, सो आई डिड अ पॉडकास्ट विद समवन हु गॉट अ पीपीओ फ्रॉम गूगल एंड शी वाज टॉकिंग अबाउट कि हाउ लाइक उन लोग से पूछा गया था बिफोर देयर इंटर्नशिप दैट व्हाट आर यू गुड एट, व्हाट हैव यू वर्कड ऑन, एंड
Correct.
मोस्ट ऑफ देयर प्रोजेक्ट्स वर बेस्ड ऑन कि उन लोग जिसमें अच्छे थे. एंड आई डोंट
Correct.
थिंक आई हैव सीन दिस एनी बिग कंपनी बी इट एप्पल amazon, लाइक ये शायद सिर्फ गूगल ही करता है कि where they actually ask the students that what you're good at and उनमें ही प्रोजेक्ट देते हैं. So that is something I
Yeah, that
really
should happen,
अच्छा लगा.
means that is more logical. Means
हाँ
if you're
वही.
just knowing DSA, then we have to invest time on getting you upskilled, right? So that you can
राइट
contribute
राइट.
to the product. So
वो
at the end you have to
टाइम भी
work on
काफी चला
product.
जाता है. पहला एक दो महीना
Uh,
सीखने में चला जाता है.
so that's what I was saying, that in the start itself, it depends on you as an individual personality. Do you want to invest time on, means learning these things at the later stage of the time, or you want to do it at the early stage of time, right?
राइट. द नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन इज, ये तो आपके तरफ ही है पूरा. लाइक विच इज बेस्ट जॉइनिंग एमएनसी एज अ सॉफ्टवेयर इंजीनियर और स्टार्टिंग योर ओन स्टार्टअप?
It all revolves around interest, right? Means there is no hard and fast rule. So if you want to actually do challenging stuff, if you want to actually solve a problem, go with the startup. If you want to, if you're good at software engineering, if you want to go as a software developer, so to go with the MNCs.
बट ये इसमें भी ये भी है लाइक स्टार्टिंग अप एक्चुअली इज डिफिकल्ट. जो लोग सोचते हैं कि आइडिया आएगा करेंगे ये करेंगे हो जाएगा स्टार्टअप, पैसे मिल जाएंगे, इन्वेस्टर आके एकदम दे देंगे पैसे. लाइक स्टार्टिंग अ स्टार्टअप इज एक्चुअली डिफिकल्ट. जो लोग आई थिंक रियलाइज नहीं करते, उनको लगता है कि तो
See, if
सेम है.
you're anything,
हाँ.
if you're doing just for money, then it's not going to be successful.
हम्म.
Either startup, either any career opportunity, right? So don't run behind money. That's a simple thing.
राइट. डू यू थिंक नेक्स्ट जेएस इज द नेक्स्ट रिएक्ट जेएक्स? लाइक इसका मेरे को कोई उतना ज्यादा आइडिया नहीं है. विच वन विल बी यूज्ड मोर इन द फ्यूचर?
Right now,
आप.
I have seen that we are also using NextJS. So NextJS is on our landing page, and then the inside, we have built our complete app on the React.js. Cannot comment much on which is going to be the next, because means which is going to be the next technology, right? So I think it's still yet to be explored. वाला चीज़ है.
राइट. लाइक आप लोग नेक्स्ट यूज कर रहे हो, लाइक व्हाई नॉट रिएक्ट?
Uh, on the landing page, we are using Next.js because I think it was offering us good libraries and all those things. And on
ओके.
inside, building React apps, so React was comfortable for us.
Okay, awesome. Now this is a question based on Android development. So what is best to choose between Java or Kotlin or React or Flutter for Android development? I'm working in a service-based company. How to go to product-based? तीन चार क्वेश्चन हो गए. पहला वाला आप बताइए, लाइक व्हाट इज बेस्ट टू चूज बिटवीन जावा. इसमें भी आई थिंक इंटरेस्ट भी हो जाता है, बट इंडस्ट्री लेवल्स भी होता है काफी कि कौन सा ज्यादा यूज हो रहा है.
Yeah. So first thing is that I think good understanding on Java, there are a lot of opportunities. Flutter is
Hmm.
actually, upcoming technology which actually Google has introduced, I think last year or last to last year,
Hmm.
which is like you can build like cross-platform app on it. So
Right.
you can try, I think both. So Java is the most because you can do a lot of stuffs on Java because it is like native Android thing, and then
Right.
Flutter is like cross-platform app, right? So
And
start with Flutter
Kotlin.
and then you can jump to the Java, I think.
Okay. Or Kotlin React Native.
Again, React Native is again the cross platform thing. When you build like
Hmm.
bigger companies, the companies, so for say the Flipkart, right? You
Hmm.
will need like you have to switch from Flutter or React Native to native Android thing, core
Right.
Java features, right? Because you have to do very very micro changes so that to have good customer experiences. You play with memories, how the app is consuming memory and image size and all those things, the loading speed and all those things. So Java actually gives Java is the, I would say, the basic thing, right? With through which you can tweak any parameters.
राइट आई थिंक बहुत बहुत ज़्यादा जो पुराने कंपनीज है लाइक विच स्टार्टेड इन 2000 2005 मोस्ट ऑफ देम यूज जावा इन देयर बैकएंड एंड अभी भी बड़े कंपनीज जो मे बी से सीरीज बी सीरीज सी फंडिंग उठा
Hmm.
लिया दे दोज आर आल्सो शिफ्टिंग टुवर्ड्स जावा बिकॉज एट अ
Hmm.
मच बिगर स्केल जावा लाइक उनका
Correct,
कम्युनिटी
correct.
एंड देयर
Yeah, yeah. You
सपोर्ट
have to
इज
switch
मच
to
बेटर
you have to switch to Java at the end. What I'm
राइट
saying in the mobile app development.
ओके तो इसमें और एक क्वेश्चन है कि आई एम वर्किंग इन सर्विस बेस्ड कंपनी हाउ टू गो टू प्रोडक्ट बेस्ड यार ये तो इंटर्नशिप पे नहीं है बट अतुल वुड यू लाइक टू आंसर दिस
It's simple, right? Means what I've seen is that if you want to do career switch, go with the internships. Since you have generated skills in a service-based company while working there, start applying for internships in a product-based company. And what happens is that once you complete your internship, if you perform well, they're going to offer you a job offer. So it's a
राइट
very smooth shift to a product-based company rather than directly looking for product-based companies.
राइट एंड लास्ट वाला क्वेश्चन तो इरेलेवेंट है कॉफ का कि डू ओनली आईआईटियंस कैन बिल्ड कंपनी यार कितने सारे कंपनीज यूनिकॉर्न हो रहे हैं लाइक जस्ट चेक देयर फाउंडर्स कितने सारे आईआईटी से है या फिर कितने सारे बाहर से है मोस्ट ऑफ देम आरंट फ्रॉम आईआईटीज बहुत सारे होंगे भी बट बहुत सारे नहीं भी है तो नहीं आईआईटी सिर्फ कंपनी नहीं बनाते ओके वी कैन गो टू द नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन ये क्यूवेट में दो क्वेश्चंस आए हैं Atul sir also try to post foreign internship opportunities on Cuvette.
They are already there. Means people have completed their internship with foreign startups and it keeps on coming. So
Right.
it's all about
कहाँ कहाँ
honest
से आते हैं
activity.
like companies like from USA या दुबई सिंगापुर
So USA, Canada, Singapore, and UK. What we have received till now. Dubai, we actually were receiving few, but
hmm.
majority of it are from US and Canada.
Right. Right. Um, ये वाला question I think we have answered before that does learning data science worth it for freshers? Like it depends on you. If you want to learn data science, you can explore as much as possible, explore programming, data science, all of that. And तुमको देखो क्या अच्छा लगता है. I did my share of data science first year में मेरे को अच्छा नहीं लगा but मैंने किया था so मेरे को फोर्थ ईयर में आके वो नहीं हुआ रिग्रेट नहीं हुआ कि यार डेटा साइंस कर लेना चाहिए था बिकॉज आई नो आई डोंट लाइक इट बट काफ़ी लोग का हो सकता है सपोज दे आर डूइंग प्रोग्रामिंग फोर्थ ईयर में आ गए हैं उनको और प्रोग्रामिंग अच्छा नहीं लग रहा है बट सिंस दे हैवंट एक्सप्लोर्ड अदर थिंग्स और उनके पास टाइम भी काफ़ी कम है सो मे बी दे हैव दैट रिग्रेट कि यार पहले कर लेना चाहिए था पता होता अभी तक um, Satya Praneeth, we have also answered the question. पहले चले जाना, like which should I focus upon, DS or Dev? We like talked about this only. DSA can be focused upon, like should be for more focused upon if you want to apply to those huge companies like Google, Microsoft. Yeah, but development should be focused upon more when you want to apply for startups because उनके पास वही matter करते हैं. Random is again asking कि is it possible to create internship in data science through Cuvette?
Right now, we are not having any opening for data science. Next year will be happening it.
हाँ, like you guys are planning to shift into data science and और भी other fields ना?
Through Cuvette Tech means wait. Acha. I thought that he's asking that do we have opening in Cuvette Tech or not? So
नहीं
data
नहीं
science
नहीं हाँ
there are still listed opportunities on data science. You can go and check. I think
ओके
you guys are not checking the platform. I think means asking directly questions.
Hitesh is saying unbiased question other platforms than Cuvette for internships.
I told it yes before as well, right? LinkedIn and
Hmm.
Angel List. Means those are like good platforms which you can prefer.
राइट। ये वाला भी थोड़ा एंटरप्रेन्योरशियल बेस्ड क्वेश्चन है, बट इसमें मैं भी क्यूरियस हूँ। लाइक हाउ डू यू अट्रैक्ट कंपनीज टू पोस्ट अ जॉब ऑन क्यूवेट एंड हाउ कम कंपनीज नो अबाउट योर प्लेटफॉर्म?
It's all about the pain point, right? Means what happens is that companies are also struggling to find the right candidate,
राइट।
and specifically startups. So when we reach out to, so we reach out through LinkedIn, or maybe our internal connects and all those things, and we talk to founders, and then uh, the means initially we were actually struggling with it. I used to like send 50 messages, and people were not replying to it, and then started slowly taking pace, because once companies are having good experience, they are actually referring it to other companies that Cuvette is a good platform to hire interns. That's how we are building, and that's how I think we have reached to more than 1,000 companies right now.
Wow. Uh, this is a question that I think I get a lot on my channel. Like I'm from tier 1, tier 3 college. Companies नहीं आते internship के लिए. How to get companies in like how to get internship in FANG or any other core internship. तो FANG के लिए like we talked about like CP करो, DSA करो. To get into FANG, I don't think there is any other way. डेवलपमेंट से रिलेटेड लाइक यू हैव टू नो बेसिक डीएसए एंड आपका प्रोजेक्ट्स भी अच्छे होने चाहिए. बट फॉर अदर इंटर्नशिप्स इन स्टार्टअप, I think you should have just you can get away with just doing DSA, like you can get away with just doing development. And also like Atul, आप कुछ अगर बोलोगे इसमें?
Same, I think, means it's very common question. And
Hmm.
if you want to go, so there are certain, what I have seen is that people have made pathways, right? If you want to go into these companies, then these are the things which you have to do. And it's pretty much accessible, I think, on interview bit and leads code. When I open the website, means you get to see that these are the things which you have to do to get into FANG. So it's
Right.
common.
Okay. K. Gautam, we are from IIT Kharagpur, both of us. Like I'm in my final year. Atul is a pass out from 2019 after 20,
20.
2020. Right. Chandu Redim is asking, can we apply for patent on apps? If so, how? On what basis? And your views on Pegasus? Pegasus क्या है?
I think it's a license thing, right? No. There is something I do not have much awareness about Pegasus.
Okay, okay.
On regarding patent on the apps in India, I think patenting software applications are not there. Um, you can patent the maybe process or hardware thing. Maybe some
Hmm.
algorithms are patentable, but apps are not patentable.
Okay, so these are the questions that we have gotten till now. I think if you guys have any more questions on internships, like we have answered a lot of questions today. Like specifically, I asked Ki, which should you do, internship versus projects, how to get your first internships, what are some of the best platforms, startups versus big tech companies, where should you intern, then how to leverage LinkedIn, how to write a cold mail, cold text, या फिर LinkedIn को LinkedIn में कैसे founders को approach करें. So we have talked about all of these. So I'll be posting the timestamps इस videos के नीचे, so you guys can check it out later. Like if you have some questions, we'll be here for 5 more minutes and then we'll leave. So if you guys have any more questions, you can ask. Random is asking ideal roadmap for first year. Like Atul mentioned, like during the first 5-10 minutes of the video, like you should focus on skill development and exploring what you want to do in life. कि क्या क्या हो सकता है, what are the relevant fields that you want to get into, and then I think that should be the roadmap. What do you think, Atul?
Yeah, similar. I think means so there is no ideal. So again, do not follow
Hmm.
what I am saying or what Nilan is saying. Right, make your own
Right, right,
roadmap, because it depends on you. You know how you are going to build your career. So I cannot jot down that these are the things you have to do in first year, month by month. Right.
right. Um, then Hitesh is again asking like best time for internship. I think we talked about this. Like if you have learned web development, अगर तुमने skill develop कर लिया, then obviously you can apply for internships during the summer break. But do not directly start applying for like internships. HR को mail कर रहे हो, वो कर रहे हो, without actually having the relevant skills, because उसमें तुम्हारा time waste हो रहा है, and though that time can be actually used in applying like studying, जो तुम्हें बाद में बहुत help करेगा. ये कॉलेज का क्वेश्चन है भैया, केजीपी आ रहा हूँ, क्लब्स कितने मैक्सिमम जॉइन करना चाहिए? इसमें
So
क्या
I was
बोलूं.
not in. So I was in none of the clubs. It
Hmm.
depends on you. I think means what I found is that I was spending more quality time in my hostels and hall. I think Nilan is also from RK Hall, right?
Hmm.
And clubs where means it doesn't so it doesn't matter. If you want to enjoy, then join club. How much numbers
Hmm.
of club, it doesn't matter anything in the life.
Right. Like I was a part of music society and I think sports खेलता था मैं almost every day and I think personally these two help किया था but music मैंने फिर भी I did not I stopped participating in after second year क्योंकि मेरे को लग रहा था कि काफी ज्यादा टाइम जा रहा है and I was not able to focus on it. So that's why I just played football जितना भी था.
Yeah,
But हाँ तो
that's
तुमको
why.
अगर पसंद है तो तुमको करना चाहिए.
Yeah, means if you want, so if they in every hall they have their own team, right? If you want to
Hmm.
go for music, they have their hall music team. If
Right,
you
right,
want to
right,
go for sports, they have their hall sports team, right? And
right.
if you want to, if you have deeper interest in, so try for Interact in all those things. That will be, I think, more good. If you have good interest in research, you can try the uh, good clubs in research, the team card, and one was I forgot the name actually. Anyways, uh, robo soccer, right? Case.
के खड़गपुर रोबो सॉकर आई थिंक ऐसे कुछ था. मैं भी भूल गया.
Yes.
के आर
So
एस
it's
जी कुछ नाम था.
yeah. So it's all about. So there is one Swarm robotics as well. So it's
हाँ.
all about means trying means AGV was one of thing, right? Means
राइट,
it
राइट,
doesn't
राइट,
matter how much maximum societies you are in.
राइट. Charan Dev is asking, can you share your insight on how to get the internship, not the way like off campus platforms ऐसे वैसे, but these are the things like यही है. Like हम लोग तुमको हाथ पकड़ के तो internship नहीं लगवा सकते ना कि ये करो वो करो ये करो. वो वैसा streamlined path नहीं है. Like it depends on your interest, it depends on what you want to do, how you're doing things. At the end of the day it's simple कि तुम्हें projects बनाना है, तुम्हें apply करना है, हजार हजार HR को mail करना है, या फिर you can just join Cuvette and they'll take care of it. But आपको projects बनाने हैं and you have to apply. और कुछ way नहीं है. There isn't any other way. अतुल आप कुछ अलग इसमें कुछ है क्या?
No, I think most of the struggle is there only with the students. They need actually predefined part that tell me that what to
Hmm.
do. That
Hmm.
that works in the school days, that doesn't work in the college days, which is the
हाँ.
biggest misconception because nobody tells this when you enter into the college.
Right,
So
right.
don't go
स्पून
with
फीड नहीं
the
होगा
this.
कॉलेज में. स्पून फीड नहीं किया जाता है. You
Correct.
have to figure out your own path. You have to make mistakes, and उस mistakes से actually we learn a lot more than spoon feeding things. Because तुमको like I don't think people even remember what they studied in their class 9, 10 geography, history. But तुम जब जो गलती करती हो, you'll remember that for the entire of your life. Uh, okay, so last few questions. Nilan, can you make a video on your data science experience? Sure, I will. But उतना अच्छा नहीं लगा था मेरे को. But I'll still I can make it. One last question that we have is Shubham Jain is asking, I passed BCA in 2020. What should I do to get a job in startup at high package? Which technology should I use? I am working on WordPress right now.
Mhm. Go for I think go for full stack development means try Merge stack or maybe mobile app development. And then if you want to go for directly for the job, uh, you can start applying directly for the job as well. If not, then you can go with internship process as well. So do like 3-4 month internship at a company, and then if you perform well, they will definitely give you job offer.
हाँ आई थिंक वही एक थिंक ये भी है मैंने देखा है लाइक पीपल व्हेन दे फिनिश देयर कॉलेज या फिर बीसीए वो लोग बोलते हैं कि यार इंटर्नशिप तो लोग कॉलेज में करते हैं कॉलेज खत्म हो गया आपका इंटर्नशिप करो. आई थिंक दिस अ मिसकंसेप्शन दैट आई इवन माई सेल्फ हैड एंड व्हेन आई टॉक विद अ फ्यू इंडस्ट्री सीनियर्स एक्सपर्ट्स वो लोग पता है क्यों इंटर्नशिप करने में गलत क्या है. तुम एक्सप्लोर ही तो कर रहे हो तुमको तो अच्छा लग रहा है तुम कर रहे हो थोड़ा कम पैसा मिल रहा है बट यू आर गेटिंग इनटू योर डिजायर्ड फील्ड तुमको बाद में ज्यादा
Yeah.
पैसा मिलेगा.
There are a lot of misconception in marketing, wrong marketing which have been done by few of the companies, and that's
राइट,
the reason the students are influenced in the wrong manner. Uh,
राइट,
which will be cleared actually. So what we are targeting as well is that trying to give as much as exposure to the student, that the right exposure, what happens in the
राइट, राइट.
industry, and why you should not panic. Um,
हम्म. आई थिंक पैनिक से ही लोग शुरू कर देते हैं वो करना लाइक वो स्ट्रीमलाइन एक पाथ पकड़ना स्टार्ट कर देते हैं रादर देन एक्सप्लोरिंग एंड फिगरिंग आउट द वर्ल्ड देमसेल्व्स। वो लोग पकड़ लेते हैं, अच्छा अच्छा डीएसए कर लेते हैं, हो जाएगा 3 महीने में, 4 महीने, इंटरव्यू बिट कर लेते हैं, हो जाएगा, लीड कोड कर
Mm.
लेते हैं, हो जाएगा। ओके, और एक दो क्वेश्चंस है, आई थिंक सो दीज आर द लास्ट टू क्वेश्चंस दैट विल बी आंसरिंग, क्योंकि ऑलमोस्ट 1 आवर हो चुका है। सो केशव शर्मा इज आस्किंग, आई एम अ प्रेशर, आई एम अ फ्रेशर, विल बी जॉइनिंग NACUT IT, which language should I start learning? इसमें आप क्या बोलोगे, लाइक which language?
No answers means, means I cannot suggest you what you want to do in your life, right? Means it depends on
Hmm.
you. So people generally start with C or C++ to get a flavor of programming, like what is it, and then they jump to either JavaScript. So JS is being used very extensively, like
Hmm.
Munstack, Node.js, React.js, Next.js, everything is JavaScript. You can jump to JavaScript. You If you want to go for Android, then go for Android. So
Right.
start with like basic programming, data structure and algorithm for 3 months with the C++, and then you can go with these technologies.
राइट, ये दोनों क्वेश्चन रिडंडेंट है। मैं बता देता हूँ, लाइक फुल स्टैक वर्सेस ML, आई थिंक इट डिपेंड्स ऑन योर इंटरेस्ट, कौन सा करना चाहिए, कौन सा तुमको अच्छा लगता है। इफ यू वांट टू मेक वेबसाइट्स, फुल स्टैक सीखो। ML तो कम्प्लीटली अलग चीज़ है। व्हेन यू आर एक्चुअली यूजिंग मॉडल्स, यू आर प्रेडिक्टिंग थिंग्स, यू आर डूइंग अ लॉट मोर थिंग्स विद ML, जो शायद फुल स्टैक से काफ़ी अलग है। सो इट डिपेंड्स ऑन योर इंटरेस्ट। अगर नहीं पता कि कौन सा इंटरेस्ट है, देन एक्सप्लोर बोथ ऑफ देम, सी व्हाट यू लाइक एंड देन चूज।
So there is one thing in ML which people do not know. If you are building models, then you should know how to integrate in with the backend as well.
राइट।
So
राइट।
what people think about ML is just running the the models which are pre-built,
हाँ,
but
प्री
that is
ट्रेन
not
करके।
ML actually. That is just two
राइट।
percent of
राइट।
the machine learning. Biggest thing comes when you start integrating it with the main app.
राइट। Absolutely. So this is the last question that we're answering. Hitesh, should I do intern at less stipend? हाँ, like we talked about this. You can, you should do it to explore and for learning, because college में हो यार, college में खोने का क्या है? Like you can do anything to college में, तुमको zero पैसा मिल रहा है फिर भी you can do it. Like करना नहीं चाहिए, but you can do it if you are not getting any other opportunity, just industry experience के लिए, for
Yeah.
exploring things. Because 3-4 साल में you'll see that when your friends are stuck in that job, जहाँ पे वो लोग सोचे थे कि काफी मजा आने वाला है 3-4 साल पहले, but since you have already explored so many other things, you'll feel a lot more happy or content in life that you have explored these things and you have finally chosen something that you actually like. Right. So this is the last question. So thank you so much. Thank you so much, Atul, for being here as well. काफी मजा आया, आपसे भी बहुत दिन बाद बात हुआ मेरा। Thank you so much for doing this. And thank you so much, people, for asking so many questions. I hope this was insightful. We'll try to bring Atul one more day as well, where we'll be talking about entrepreneurship, because I know that I have to learn a lot more about entrepreneurship and I want to learn a lot more about entrepreneurship from Atul. So we'll be learning about his story and all of that. And this will be kind of a series that I'll be doing future maybe, where I'll bring on more people and we'll be doing live sessions with them where you can ask your questions live. Because I've seen कि podcast में जो होता है लाइव नहीं होता है, सो पीपल हैव मेनी क्वेश्चंस जो शायद मेरे गेस्ट को पता होता है, मेरे को पता नहीं होता है, सो आई कैंट आंसर मोस्ट ऑफ द क्वेश्चंस, बट लाइव में आई थिंक आई कैन गिव दोज आंसर्स एंड विद द हेल्प ऑफ द गेस्ट। सो या, थैंक यू सो मच गाइस। अतुल को भी सब लोग एक बार थैंक यू बोल दो फॉर कमिंग हियर। थैंक यू सो मच।
Yeah. Thanks a lot, guys, for asking questions. I think it must have cleared some understanding, among students. It's all about exploration, means college is not about competitions.
राइट। राइट। चलो, थैंक यू सो मच अतुल, मिलते हैं, बाय
Well,
बाय। बाय बाय। ओके गाइस, दिस वाज वेरी फन, बहुत मजा आया। थैंक यू सो मच, वेरी नाइस सेशन। मिलते हैं। लाइक आई वांट टू बी हियर फॉर 5-10 मिनट्स और थोड़ा बात कर लेता हूँ। लाइक आई हैवंट टॉक टू माय सब्सक्राइबर्स, बहुत दिन बाद आया हूँ मैं। आई हैड अ लॉट ऑफ इश्यूज, मेरा हेल्थ का इशू हो गया था। मेरा थोड़ा पर्सनल प्रॉब्लम्स आ गए थे, फिर सेमेस्टर था, फिर फाइनली लास्ट वीक सेमेस्टर खत्म हुआ, सो फाइनली नाउ आई एम गेटिंग ऑल द टाइम। सो या, now I am a lot more better, lot more motivated. I've already made 2 videos in 3-4 दिन में। आज भी एक गूगल की बंदी के साथ आई मेड अ वीडियो जहाँ पे विल बी टॉकिंग अबाउट, लाइक ओके, दिस विल बी अ सीरीज जो आने वाला है। तो उसमें मज़ा आएगा काफ़ी। इसमें वीडियोस ऑलरेडी 2 वीडियोस रिकॉर्ड हो चुके हैं, एडिटिंग में स्टार्ट कर दिया हूँ। इट विल बी कमिंग आउट सून, लाइक सैटरडे संडे पे ही स्टार्ट हो जाएगा. सो या, और इफ़ यू वांट टू गिव मी एनी कंटेंट आइडियाज या फिर कुछ भी एनीथिंग, योर फ्री. कमेंट सेक्शन को भर दो कि कैसा वीडियो चाहिए, एंड आई ट्राई टू डू माई एवरीथिंग टू ब्रिंग दोज काइंड ऑफ वीडियोज टू यू. आप नाम बताओ कहाँ से क्या चाहिए. आई ट्राई टू ब्रिंग एनी गेस्ट टू यू. मतलब एनी गेस्ट, मतलब आप मत बोलो कि अमन दत्तरवाल को चाहिए. ऐसे ऐसे वैसे, लाइक पीपल वेयर यू वांट टू गो टू, लाइक जो लेवल में आप जाना चाहते हो, and maybe I can help you with that. Maybe I can share my own experiences, and I can help you in that process as well. So Gautam, I'm from IIT KGP, IIT Kharagpur. I'm in my final year. मेरा 7th semester just खत्म हुआ, and 8th semester will be starting from January. So काफी time है, छुट्टी है काफी, and videos बनाने हैं. So let me know कि आपके कौन से videos that you want, and see you. If you guys have any questions that you personally want to ask me, then you can. Why can't we add Nightbot? Nightbot क्या होता है? I don't know. Nightbot का ये नहीं पता. Also, how's the light? मैंने लाइट लगाया नया. I think it gives थोड़ा फील आता है लाइट की वजह से. और आई हैव ऑल्सो बॉट रिंग लाइट. काफ़ी सारी चीज़ें खरीदे थे, फिर वीडियो ही नहीं बना पाया. बट नाउ आई थिंक आई विल मेक वीडियोस, अ लॉट मोर वीडियोस. व्हाट इज नाइटबॉट, एक बार बता दो. थैंक्स सत्या, यही चाहिए मोटिवेशन. कि लाइट बढ़िया है, सब कुछ बढ़िया है, अब बस वीडियो वीडियो बनाना है. ऑल ऑफ दैट, बट या, आई विल बी मेकिंग वीडियोस, a lot more videos. Chalo guys, bye bye. Let's not prolong this any further. If you guys have any more questions, you can personally DM me in Instagram, LinkedIn, anything. If you have any questions related to anything that I am good at, जो कुछ नहीं है शायद. But still, if you want to know anything about Amazon, internships, placements, काफ़ी लोग का placements चल रहा है. I'm also helping my roommates नहीं, मतलब मेरे जो अच्छे दोस्त हैं उनके mock interviews ले रहा हूँ काफ़ी मैं. तो आई कैन मॉक इंटरव्यूज कंडक्ट तो नहीं कर सकता, बट आई एम टेकिंग मॉक इंटरव्यूज उन लोग के लिए. आई एम हेल्पिंग देम फॉर देयर प्लेसमेंट्स. उनका 1 दिसंबर से प्लेसमेंट स्टार्ट हो रहा है. अविनाश रवि सिंह, डीएसए वीडियोस. यार डीएसए वीडियोस मेरे को बनाना नहीं है एक्चुअली. दिस इज समथिंग दैट मैंने लिंक्डइन पे भी लिखा था. लाइक आई एम नॉट गुड एट टीचिंग. इफ यू हैव सीन माय वीडियोस यू विल सी दैट आई एम नॉट गुड एट टीचिंग. आई एम गुड एट maybe guiding someone, or maybe good at कि कुछ बताना, but I'm not good at teaching. So why would you want to see some substandard video from a like someone who can't even teach well? जहाँ पे इतने अच्छे अच्छे लोग like Striver, कुणाल कुशवाहा, Pep Coding. There's so many videos out there जहाँ से मैंने सीखा है personally about coding. Like तब ये लोग नहीं थे. I don't think Striver was there 1.5 साल पहले. He was starting out then. I saw a lot of videos of कि free कुछ कुछ तो था. Like I mentioned them in the video where I said कि how I prepared for Amazon. So yeah, DSA videos I don't think I'm going to make, but I have some other plans जहाँ पे और plans है, और plans है which I just have to execute. वो execution वाला part I'm very poor at, but I think वो धीरे धीरे हो जाएगा. Perhaps in December there will be something that you guys might find interesting. December में कुछ आएगा शायद. सो बी रेडी फॉर दैट. आई एम नॉट इवन श्योर कि आएगा कि नहीं, बट बता दिया हो तब तो लाइक मेरे पे मोटिवेशन आ गया कि अब करना है वो. आई हैव अ लॉट, कितने सारे प्लान्स है, कितने सारे वो है, बट एग्जीक्यूट नहीं कर पा रहा हूँ. सो या, बाय बाय पीपल. 1 घंटा 8 मिनट हो गया है. थैंक यू सो मच फॉर ज्वाइनिंग टुडे अगेन. कमेंट्स भर दो विथ योर कंटेंट आइडियाज. व्हाट कंटेंट आइडियाज डू यू वांट? एनीथिंग यू कैन जस्ट आस्क मी एंड आई विल बी आंसरिंग यू, एंड आई विल बी हेल्पिंग यू आउट. आपको कुछ अभी करियर एडवाइस चाहिए, लाइक आई एम इन माई फाइनल ईयर, 4th ईयर हो चुका है. लाइक आई नो लॉट लॉट मोर थिंग्स जो शायद आपको फर्स्ट ईयर सेकंड ईयर्स के फंडे नहीं दे सकते, स्टूडेंट्स नहीं दे सकते, थर्ड ईयर के स्टूडेंट्स नहीं दे सकते, बट आई कैन बिकॉज आई एम इन कॉलेज राइट नाउ और फाइनल सेमेस्टर में हूँ. Bro, for CDC in KGP, what do you prefer? I should focus more in DSA. DSA. When you're in a tier 1 college, I don't think अगर on campus में anything matters more than DSA. Tier 1 colleges में like DSA पढ़ो and everything will be chill. Even if you're non-circuital. पर जब off campus में apply करना start होता है, then डेव का आ जाता है, बिकॉज ये है रेज्यूमे शॉर्टलिस्टिंग का वो होता है। बट जब व्हेन यू आर इन योर टीयर वन कॉलेज में हो, फोकस ऑन डीएसए। डीएसए विल हेल्प यू अलॉट, स्पेशली जब टायर वन कॉलेजेस में हो। जस्ट कंप्लीट योर थर्ड सेम। सही सही। तो चलो देन, बाय बाय। 12 people are watching, thank you for watching everyone, bye bye, see you.